Hello and welcome. 5 a Day with Jay. I'm Jay. How are you this evening? Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to continue a little bit on the topic we started talking about last night and get into fear. First off, I'll link again to Harvey, who's continuing his, well, I won't. You can go back and the other show notes and find him. I might link to him in the blog, but go check out Harvey's blog where he's talking about writing into the dark. He's talking about publishing your work when you get it done, talking about don't edit the voice out of your story, don't edit a story to death, that type of thing. He even talks about using a good editor to edit your work, hand it off to a first reader, let them read it, go back, edit or not as the first reader comes back with, and put the work out. This is what I stressed yesterday, is make the work the best you can when it comes to your writing. Don't sit there and nitpick it to death. The same would go for any type of art. Once you start to polish and refine to somebody else's standard, your story loses your voice. It's that simple. You can make a story too perfect to where it's predictable, polished, and bland. Now, that's not saying that you leave typos in deliberately because that's my flavor. That's not what I'm going for, especially not with my writing. I want my writing to be clean, but I want it to be my voice. Now, yes, I could go to a developmental editor and have them tell me how a story should be written and change the voice of the story, rewriting it in the way they would write it, but then it's not my story anymore. It's someone else's interpretation of my story. When it comes to editing, that's how I look at editing. Make sure the grammar is cleaned up, you got the commas in the right places. Move on to the next work. It really should be that simple. A lot of people feel that they need to have all this structure built around how a story should be written. That's fine. That's fine. I know an author who's extremely popular, got a very lucrative contract for writing a multi-book deal with a major publishing company. He is extremely happy with his deal. I would be too, but I've read his works. His works are formulaic, they're dull, there is zero excitement at all in any of the books that I've read of his, except for his very first book, which he actually blogged first before he got written. And it was an interesting concept. After that, all of his books became a formula. You could literally just take a cookie cutter, boom, boom, change the names, change the dates, change the planets, and boom, you've got another cookie cutter story. Cut, dry, easy peasy. Some of his books read like really bad fan fiction that's well edited bad fan fiction. That's the best I can describe it. He doesn't, to me, his stories don't have a personality. He has a wonderful personality. As a blogger, I enjoy reading his blogs. I enjoy reading his content. 0% of what goes into his blog, to me, goes into any of his books. So, again, you could be a popular author and write formula books that just, that's not me. That's not what I enjoy reading. That's not what I enjoy writing. I like to have a little twists and turns and different things that happen. And yes, there'll be foreshadowing if you're paying attention. Foreshadowing from one book to another, from one series to another. Things that are all going to tie together and weave together in a big old tapestry. And it's fun to do those things. Here's where fear comes in. I've already put out several books. If you look on Amazon, I have over 20 titles to my name. Most of them don't sell well at all. Again, that's on me. I don't push hard to get people to purchase or read my books. All on me, 100%. And it's also because I've been inconsistent. I inconsistently drop stories. I inconsistently put things out. I inconsistently get work to readers while they're still thinking about me. And people will forget about you, and they will stop buying your stories, because why would I buy book 1 when I see the book 2 was put out 3-4 years later, and now here it is 5-6 years later? Where's book 3? That's why I'm going to start pumping stuff out every single week, to be consistent and to get it out there into the reader's hands. Boom, look, boom, here's work, boom, here's something else, boom, here's another thing, boom, and just keep dropping work after work after work. The fear part comes in is what happens when something is poorly received. And it terrifies me, because I have gotten horrible reviews. When I look at those reviews, those horrible reviews are usually from somebody else who is an author who feels that the work could have been done more the way they did it. And I know you try and run that through your head going, okay, this person obviously just didn't like it because it wasn't written as a story that he would write. I should be able to take that and be like, oh, okay, it's not written the way you would have written it because I wrote it. It's my story. People that are readers enjoy the stories that I write, and I know I should take that to heart and realize, okay, readers enjoy what I write. I need to get it out there. But it's really easy to just step back and go, oh, what happens if all of these just bomb one after another? What if people just hate them? What if they don't read them? I haven't had enough of a sampling of people reading my work to know, does it have broad appeal? Is it going to succeed on its own? I honestly don't know. Why? Inconsistency. People aren't coming back to read my books. So I need to drive hard to get this work out here. And like I'm saying, it absolutely terrifies me that I'm going to be putting all this work onto the market and it could just fall flat and completely fail. And then what? Do I write all these books, get all of them out there, spend an entire 1.5 to 2 years pumping all this work into the ether and have nobody show up and read it? That's a very real possibility. But the other scary thing is, what if? What if I don't do it and I would never know? That scares me even more. That scares me because I want to get these stories out to readers. I want people to read what I've written. I want people to enjoy it. That's all I really want as a writer, is someone to enjoy my work. Monetary gains would be a bonus. I'm not going to, if you want one of my books, send me an email. I don't care how popular I get. If I have 100,000 readers and somebody says, hey, I'd like to check out your work, I will email you a book. If I've got 100,000 readers, I'll send you a book. Don't worry about it. I'm obviously not going to send you absolutely everything I've ever written, but I'll send you a free ebook. Leave me a review. I'll send you a free ebook. You say, hey Jay, boom, love your stuff. Drop me a note. I'll send you a free ebook. I don't mind. Getting reviews is not easy. You want to review my stuff? You can review one after the other. I'll send you all of them for free to review them all if that's what you're planning on doing. You keep reviewing them, I'll keep sending them to you. But again, it terrifies me to get this work out there because I have had some poorly received content. And again, a lot of that is on me. A lot of it was not ready for prime time. A lot of it was poorly edited. I understand and appreciate that. I have gone back and cleaned up my work. And now it's a matter of getting the current content updated with the fresh editing that I've done, because I have cleaned up absolutely everything I've done. I've cleaned up all the short stories. Actually, I just sat last night, the night before, a little bit tonight. I went through every one of the short stories, created the Scrivener file for every single short story. And then I said, okay, these 9 are in this collection, Murdocking Tales Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3. Hey, look, I got a few for Volume 4. I need to write 4 or 5 more short stories. I will have Volume 4 ready to go. What does that mean? I'm going to keep saying this because it excites me, even though it terrifies me and it hurts my head. That's 4 short story anthologies I'll have. That's 4 books I currently have done. A 5th I'll have done, all before I actually launch anything. 9 months, 10 months, 10 months, 9 months. 9 months worth of content before I even start going. That doesn't give me much to finish to go for a full year. As it looks right now, when I was looking at the schedule, if I launch in May, I will have content every single week until July of next year. That's without writing, well, with finishing the one book I'm working on. And then I've got more books to write. I could be going well over a year, dropping something every single week. That said, I'm doing a lot of work on that. The Short Story Saturday, Serialized Sunday is going to take a pause because I need to get all of this content done, ready, uploaded, so I can work on writing new material, and then I will work on recording new material and getting that into your earbud, into your ears, into your ear holes, so you can listen to some of this stuff. I know I need to get the audio recorded and get that up. I know people are waiting for it. I know people enjoy listening to it. I'm excited to get that out there and get that going. Actually, now that I think about it, Billy Barbarian is now up on YouTube. I already have Billy Barbarian recorded. I may go ahead and start dropping Billy Barbarian. It's a good idea. I'm glad you thought of that. I'll get Billy Barbarian out there and get that dropped, because that one needs to be dropped on YouTube as well. I apologize for those that were listening to The Golden West Book 1, Westward Ho. I know you're looking forward to Deep Mining. The ebook is out there. You can go pick it up, or you can wait for me to drop the audio. I will get back around to recording new audio. Believe you me, I know I want to get that audio recorded and get it done and get it out there. I want to get all of my books recorded and get them out there. I want to get all of them up on ACX, which absolutely thrills me. One of the things I kept thinking about as I was working on the schedule was I had forgotten that when I get to the end of writing these 15 books, I'm going to have 4 V&A shipping books that go into a collection. I'll have 4 Giant Robot Planetary competitions that go into a collection. I will have 4 Almost Superhero books that go into a collection. I will have 3 of the military sci-fi. And I say military sci-fi, but again, it's going to be soft military. Look, kind of like my science fiction is more fiction than science. I'll have that trilogy into a collection. That's 4 more ebook releases I can do. That's another month of dropping something every week. Actually, that's every other week I'll be doing it. That's 2 months. That's 8 weeks of dropping something every other week when it comes to that content. And then I can bundle it all up as a 15-book collection and drop that out there. If you don't want to pick up any of the other series, you just want to read what happens with Vic, Argmon, Joey, and June, by all means, go do that. You like Ravikant and Soli, and you like Hemming, you can go read Giant Robot Planetary Competition. You want to read the new series that you don't even know about yet with Zeuscles? I can't wait to have people read Zeuscles and why his name is Zeuscles. It's where he gets his name. I think it's hilarious. The story is subtly humorous, but has very serious overtones. I had a blast writing Almost Superheroes Book 1, and Book 2 was seamless to write. I got Book 3 and 4 to write on that one, and Book 4 of Almost Superheroes will actually be the last one in the series before the military sci-fi trilogy. I'm excited, anxious, and scared all at once. It's a big bundle of nerves because, again, how is it going to be received? But you know what? I'm never going to know unless I do it, which is why I'm doing it, which is why I'm getting the content out there. I'm putting my fear aside, focusing as intently as I can on everything that needs to be done and getting it ready to go and ready for launch. And that's where, as soon as I've got book covers, I'm actually going to start uploading it all to KDP and get it ready to be scheduled. Get all of it uploaded to Amazon, have them scheduled and ready to go. I'm still contemplating with the short stories whether I should start dropping them on Kobo and Barnes & Noble. Again, I know those have a very, very tiny footprint. Smashwords, same thing. The footprint is small, and people could go read the short stories on Kindle Unlimited. And again, I'm waffling back and forth on whether to go exclusive or not. You got an opinion? Drop in the notes. Would love to hear you. Do short stories sell better on the other markets than they do on Amazon? I don't know. It's time to find out. It's time to start getting content out there. It's time to find out how this is all going to work. May 5th, 2021 is the day I finally begin doing what I've been talking about for probably 4 years or more. About 4 years ago, I was talking about just dropping a book a month, which would have been exciting. Now I'm looking at dropping content weekly. Oh, how plans change. At any rate, this has been episode 100. I'm so glad you've been along for the ride. 100. I can't believe we made it here. I was absolutely terrified when I started this YouTube channel, and now we're at episode 100. Fear happens. It's not what you do when you hide from fear. It's what you do when you face your fear, and that's what I'm doing. I'm facing my fear, getting out there. I'm putting in the work. That's all I can do. Put in the work. Try and get my work into readers' hands. This has been 5 A Day with Jay. I've been Jay. You've been awesome. Thank you for being here for the first 100 episodes. I hope you'll be here for the next 1,000. Hope you'll be here for the next 10,000. Let's see where this goes. It's been a great time so far. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next.